Hey guys, in this week's Pierson Plus video, we're gonna show you 3 tips in this one video. We're gonna talk about coolant management. We're gonna talk about work holding security, specifically some of the tips we have for holding smaller parts, small-ish parts on vacuum chucks. And one of the necessary evils that all of us machinists just think we just have to keep doing, we stopped doing it, and it's talking about blowing off parts at the end of the cycle. I'm gonna take my video guy, Nathan, he's gonna go out and talk to Alex, and we're gonna give just a Q&A session, and hopefully this gives you some really good tips to implement in your shop. Let's head out.
So right now we're working on our bottom plates, our 710 bottom plates.
Awesome.
And with this fixture, since it's a smaller piece, we use the sandpaper method.
Okay.
Which is, taking some 400 grit sandpaper and gluing it to the fixture itself. That way it just helps with traction.
Nice.
And also on this fixture, we machine a little path for the coolant to come out, because the problem we're having is creating a little pool, and even with the air knife, some of it was still thick in there, so they just help evacuate the coolant.
Okay, so that's just why that one side is different.
Yeah. And as far as the air knife goes, we just had this little bracket machine for us.
Okay.
And all that it does is it mounts to some holes that are already in the spindle, and then we mount the air knife to this.
Okay.
And we just ran a 3/8 air tubing to it, and it's controlled with the solenoid that we put in here, and we trigger it with the M code.
Okay.
So we can have it at the very end. We just created basically like a 2D contour, just down the center, turn it on with the M code, and then it just cleans off the majority of the coolant. That we're not there just wasting time, blowing it off. Yeah.
And so where are you actually getting those air knives from? Are you buying them new, or are you getting them used offline?
Typically we get those off of eBay.
Okay, so you're buying a used thing and then taking advantage of the machine's natural design by tapping into the pre-drilled, already installed mounting points on the spindle. And you just had a little part machined for you that was able to attach directly on there.
And the pattern, I think it works with a bunch of the different air knives, so we're not having to make one for each one. It's
kind of a common thing. So what was the process like installing this besides making that custom bracket? Did you have to do anything special or to hook it up to the air, or?
Other than the solenoid, and running the tubing, we just ran through a factory hole in the machine, just mounted to the back, and then just created an M code for it, or unused M code for that to trigger it. So
Were you guys finding any issues getting it aligned or angling it in a correct way where it's effective? Or was it able to just run off the shelf?
Yeah, off the shelf. We just hooked it up and then just got it going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah.
Do you remember how much time you were spending on it before you got it implemented? And then how that kind of changed the game for you guys?
It's more of it's a pain when you have a pocket full of coolant and you go to, any machinist will tell you, you go to blow it out and it just goes everywhere. So it's kind of just lets the machine take care of that, and you're just kind of any little bit.
So it's like doing the bulk work, and then you just kind of do the final touches.
Just any kind of little thing you want to get off of there.
So did you catch that? Alex uses air knives around the shop to clean off the majority of the coolant. We call this the 80-20 principle, Pareto principle. It's nothing we invented, it's just a fact of nature. So the air knife gets 80% of the coolant cleared so that the operator can come back and do the last 20%. And so essentially we freed up the operator from 80% of the dirty work and comes back for the competent 20 work. That's how you kind of get ahead in lots of aspects in life. So if you like this content, consider subscribing. Until next time, go innovate your production.